Recently, I was able to witness the fights of 3 great warriors. His powers were completely absurd. I had never seen anything like it.
Dude, it's your boy, Dragon Ball Art 92, and I'm back with another Kamehameha reaction video. Yeah, man, today we got a good one today, you guys. Super Beyond Dragon Ball Super. Frieza, you reunite with Cooler. Sorry about that, you guys. We got another hit from the top 5 strongest today. But before we get to the content today, you guys, make sure you hit the like button so that way we can trigger YouTube algorithm. Also, if you're new here, we welcome you and we thank you for joining us here and enjoying content. And if you're already a part of the Dragon Ball Art family, go in the comment sections and hit pound family because we in the building, y'all. You don't miss out on none of the great content over here. And don't forget to hit that bell notification, man, okay? Now that we got all that good stuff out the way, let's get to the content, y'all.
It's me, Goku! Don't forget to subscribe to Reunites Gaming. Here, you'll find the latest Dragon Ball news and content. Also, don't forget to like the video and follow Unreal on both Instagram and Twitter.
Kakarot! You, Kakarot, you will be the first to turn on notifications. Then give this video a like right now, or else I'll destroy you!
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with
After having to now finally encounter the 5 strongest warriors in the multiverse, Goku has now found himself locked inside the Room of Spirit and Time with none other than Vegeta as his first training opponent, as Goku now finds himself preparing for an upcoming exhibition showcased held by the Grand Priest featuring the top 5 strongest warriors. Ultra Ego Vegeta now is not looking to play any games with Goku now that they're inside the time chamber, as all the while on a distant planet, we also then see how Frieza had finally reunited with his brother Cooler, which now ultimately begs the million-dollar question as to what exactly Frieza has in mind in going out of his way to find his brother, and when it's all said and done, is Goku going to essentially be ready enough to battle against the top 5 strongest warriors, or when it's all said and done, will Goku ultimately fail in his quest in conquering the top 5 strongest, with the top 5 strongest having to emerge victorious by the very end? Now, before we dive any further into this video, if you are new to the channel and of course have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball related, including its manga, anime, video games, fan animations, fan mangas, and more, in which would also like to be kept up to date with everything in regards to the Dragon Ball Super manga, the Dragon Ball Super anime, Dragon Ball video games, and all additional content within the Dragon Dragon Ball universe, then I do encourage you guys to head on over and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to always be notified whenever a brand new video is posted onto the channel, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys are simply excited to see what the future holds for the Dragon Ball franchise. And with all that being said, I want to thank you all so much for your time, thank you all so much for supporting the channel, and now let's dive straight into the video. As our story continues following the events of Frieza having to reach an unknown planet and looking for his brother Cooler, with Cooler then being shown having to re-emerge from this cave in meeting Frieza for the first time in a very long time, it was only during that moment in an act of rage where Cooler went on to address his brother by telling him, "You've got some nerve coming all this way just to beg for my help. You still don't think I remember what you and father did to me? You were selected to have rulership over our family, weren't you? So what happened, Mr. Favorite? You botched things up like you usually do, didn't you? The title of Emperor was supposed to be mine," Cooler says. "I was next in line for our father to pass his title and army over to, but instead, he gave it to you."
So that's why they're beefing. Basically, Frieza got reign over the whole empire from his dad, and Cooler didn't get none of that. So he on some F y'all. You know what I'm saying? He like, look, I ain't with y'all like that, bro. Get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if Frieza can talk him into it, though.
"You were never worthy of looking in my direction, let alone be given everything that I've worked my entire life to be given. You could never repair the damage that you've caused," Cooler says. "You've broken things within me that can never be fixed." As Frieza went on to respond, "Well, I guess it's also my fault that father always saw you as being too weak to rule over his army, is that right? Am I also to blame for your lack of devotion that father always said was your greatest detriment?" But it was right after this comment was made where Cooler had gone and grabbing onto Frieza's head by placing his fingers on Frieza's throat and telling him, "Choose your next words very wisely, Frieza, or I'll blow your head clean off your scrawny body. And you should know better than anyone that I'll do it too," Cooler says. "You are not my brother, you are a liar, a fraud and a fool for coming here," he says. "It was because of you that I was sent into exile." As Frieza went on to respond, "Well, nobody told you to lash out at myself and father when you did. You could have simply waited your turn, Cooler. I died twice after all, so your threats don't scare me. I came here to make an offer," he says. "An offer that I think you just simply won't refuse. But if you really want to settle your score with me that badly," Frieza adds, "then I will happily give you the chance to air out your frustrations. I know you've been longing for this,
So they actually go fight. Boo. Even though I know Frieza go put some paws on him because I'm pretty sure Cooler ain't reached the levels that Frieza reached. So, but let's see what happens.
how about it?" he asks. "Follow me, but I'm only going to tell you once, Cooler. I am nothing like you remembered me being all those years ago. Things have changed," Frieza says, in which as Frieza had then gone in making his move with Cooler having to follow, that's when Frieza went on to tell him, "The days of you beating me around are long gone. You wanted my title, you wanted my army, well, let's see if you can handle what I have to show you." As Cooler went on to ask, "What do you mean long gone? You're still as small and weak as I remembered you being. Once I kill you, I will finally have what was long in my name," he says. As all the while back on Beerus' planet with both Beerus and Whis having to observe the training session involving Goku and Vegeta, it was only from that point moving forward where Whis went on to comment, "Oh, it's like I thought. He has a very long way to go if he hopes to match the strongest, and even now, his will to fight is strong, but Vegeta is simply proving that his body is not." Wait, hold on, Beerus says. What if Vegeta truly does it? He's fighting Goku as though he's aiming to kill him. So what if he does it, Beerus asks. With Goku gone, what would that mean for us if he can't compete in the Minister's exhibition? Don't kill him, Vegeta. This is embarrassing, Vegeta says. What are you going to do? Quit? Get up and transform back into Super Saiyan.
Yeah, my boy Vegeta. beating the out of Goku right now, bruh. What you mean, bro? Ultra Instinct is. Oh, excuse me. Ultra Ego is in the building, man. You already know what it is, man. Yes, yes. So right now, Vegeta is giving Goku that business up in the hyperbolical time chamber right now, helping Goku train for the tournament he got coming up. But Goku was basically trying to strengthen his lower forms by adapting the principles of Ultra Instinct to his other forms, and it wasn't working against Vegeta. So let's see what Goku go do next.
God, we're not done, he shouts. Harden your lower levels in order to strengthen your strongest, he says. If you don't stand back up right now and fight me, Kakarot, then I am going to atomize you. And you know I'll do it too. Harden your body, Vegeta says. Remember who you are and what you're fighting for, because anything else and you will die. And Goku understands this as he immediately then jumps back into Super Saiyan God by responding, "You're right. I can't quit now. I have to push through. Even if you're way stronger than my God form, I have to try. I'm not going to lose, Vegeta." As within that very moment, Super Saiyan God Goku had then leapt forward and uppercutting Vegeta in the face as Beerus went on to respond, "Took him long enough, that idiot." He is in way over his head as even Vegeta went on to look down by responding to Goku. Ah, that's more like it, as it was Vegeta now who was shown throwing a punch at Goku. With Goku being cognitively quick enough to spot this, that's when he went on to say to himself, "Focus, Goku. His punch. I can see it," which had ultimately resulted in Goku having to lean back and allowing for his body to move on its own. With Vegeta shown having to miss the strike that he was initially aiming for, that's when Whis went on to comment, "Well, Vegeta does have a point, which is the entire reason why I want Goku to use his lesser levels before he jumps into Ultra Instinct. Goku should evolve from the ground up, not from the top down," he adds. If he
And to be honest, that's great training, not just for the body, but for him mentally, because these are challenges that he's working to overcome, hurdles he's working to overcome when fighting beings that's stronger than him. So if he can find some type of way to master the pain and be able to just overcome mentally in those forms and still focus that Ultra Instinct power, he definitely go get stronger and he go learn how to master them lower forms, and them lower forms go be beasts. You know what I'm saying? Goku does got that dog in him, bro. Like I said in the last previous video. But let's get back to it.
continues to strengthen his other levels, such as the one he is currently using, then his Ultra Instinct form will become much stronger than it is now. As Vegeta went on to ask, "Slippery, are we, Kakarot? Now you're learning, but how long do you think you can keep this up for? Shall we find out," he says. To where the moment Vegeta was then shown having to strike Goku, with Goku trying to do his best in avoiding each and every single one of his punches, it was only during this engagement where Vegeta went on to tell Goku, "You're already losing it. Your aim after meeting those warriors is to surpass them, but you can barely get by me in the process. You can forget about becoming the strongest." And do you want to know why, Vegeta asks? It's because I'm going to become the strongest. I'm actually enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would, he adds. What are you going to do, Kakarot? Are you going to try and damage me? You'd only be making me stronger if you do. As Vegeta was ruthlessly shown having to attack Goku, with Goku now having to be shown defending him.
And in a sense, bro, I ain't gonna lie, the Ultra Ego, excuse me, the Ultra Ego form, bro, is kind of hard to defeat, bro, because if somebody gets stronger every time you attack them, right? It's like, and no matter how much damage you cause to them, you know what I mean, they keep coming back even stronger, bro. That's hard to defeat, bro, unless you get them to that point where they're exhausted, you know. And since Vegeta knows how to, I would say, manage his energy, you know, it's going to take a whole lot to get him tired out. You feel me? And God form just ain't gonna do it, bro. I'm sorry to tell you. You feel me? God form is not gonna do it. Goku. What are you gonna do, bro?
himself. It was only during this beating where Goku went on to say to himself, "Aw, damn it, he's too strong for me to bear at this level. His punches are too heavy." I've always found their rivalry to be rather interesting, Wii Spirit says. Their quest to surpass the other never falls short, but if Goku hopes to continue this, then he will need to use Ultra Instinct. Super Saiyan God just isn't cutting it, he adds. And as Vegeta was shown having to punch Goku in the face with Goku having to flip backwards and landing on his feet, it was only from there made painfully evidence that Goku was completely outmatched, because before Goku could even gather his thoughts, Vegeta quickly went on to make his move by asking, trying to get away. "He's too fast," Goku says. "You're not going anywhere," Vegeta says, as he literally got up close to Goku before Goku could even react. What quickly followed was a ferocious elbow shot to Goku's face, in which not only had caused Goku in flying out into the distance, but Ultra Ego Vegeta's elbow strike was in fact so effective that it had gone in knocking Goku out of Super Saiyan God. With Beerus having to chime in, he was able to avoid Vegeta's attacks momentarily, but Goku is dealing with a completely different level of power. "I don't care if Vegeta beats him," Beerus says. "I just don't want Vegeta to destroy him, as it may backfire on us after." Well, it's a
Beerus is always worried about himself, bro. At the end of the day, I consider Beerus a very selfish character, but you know, for him to be trying to protect the mortals, you know, you would think, oh, that's kind of a god of destruction, you know, the be concerned about the mortals. No, he only concerned because if something happened to them, the Grand Priest and them go do something to him. He like, nah, bro, I'm not risking my own for Goku or no mortal, man. So it's kind of hilarious to see how Beerus reacts in certain situations, but he's a selfish being, bro. For real. Let's get back to it.
start, at least, Lee says. "I think Goku's beginning to understand that not every challenge is going to be as easy as he thinks," he says. As with Ultra Ego Vegeta now being shown having to stand over Goku, as he was then shown having to grab Goku by the shirt, Vegeta wanted to make sure that Goku knew exactly what he was all about, as Vegeta from there went on to tell Goku, "Wake up, this fight is not over," he says. "Not until I say it's over. One way or another, you will stand back up and fight me. Let this be a painful reminder of what you are in for once you fight those warriors," Vegeta says. "It'll be on your head. Look at you. I hope you use this beating to adapt," he adds. "You tried, but you failed. Now do it again," Vegeta says. "Prove your worth, Kakarot," with Vegeta being shown having to throw Goku's body out in the distance again. With Goku now seemingly exhausted, that's when Goku went on to tell Vegeta, "Gosh, Vegeta."
Vegeta being wanting to do this to Goku, bro. Let's keep it 100, bro. Ever since the Saiyan saga, bro, this is how Vegeta wanted to handle Goku in the first place. But Goku showed him, bro, that you're not gonna beat everybody like that, bro. No matter how strong you think he is, you dig? But Vegeta's still my dude, though, bro. But Goku did have him outmatched all the way up until this point. You feel me? So let's get back to it.
"You sure aren't letting up on me, huh? Oh, this power of yours, it's off the charts strong. Give me a minute to collect myself, would ya?" "Not a chance," Vegeta says. "You will either get up right now or I will blast you until there is nothing left. The choice is yours. Now make your decision," Vegeta shouts. As Vegeta meant business, as he quickly then went on to fire multiple energy blasts directly at Goku, it was from that point on where Goku had no other choice than to leap back up, as Goku went on to say to himself, "Oh, darn, he wasn't kidding. I gotta kick it up a notch quick," he says. To where this was exactly what Goku had done, as Goku from there had quickly jumped into Super Saiyan Blue by also adapting the principles of Ultra Instinct. In wanting to make sure that he was stable enough in having to do so, that's when Goku went on to say to himself, "Easy now, Goku. Focus. Focus. Here they come," he shouts. As within the quickness, Super Saiyan Blue Goku with the principles of Ultra Instinct was now actually able to dodge and avoid each and every single one of Vegeta's ki blasts, as Whis went on to chime in, "Well, at least he hasn't given up," he says. Using the power of Super Saiyan Blue.
So when he adapts Ultra Instinct to his forms, the only thing that he's doing is increasing his speed and his ability to dodge attacks. So none of the power and the strength that comes from Ultra Instinct Goku can utilize in the lower forms. He can only utilize the strength that them lower forms provide for him. So That's one quite interesting technique, though. I mean, he can avoid, but he can't really cause damage in these forms. But let's get back to it.
And merging that with the instinctive abilities of Ultra Instinct has really sharpened his mind. So much so that at least he is able to dodge all of Vegeta's ki blasts. But how long will he keep this up is the question, Whis asks. I wonder. Blue, is it? So be it, Vegeta shouts. As he was then shown having to fire even more energy blasts at Goku, with Goku being shown having to dodge them. It was only then during this display, with Goku being shown having to avoid these attacks, where Beerus went on to comment, although Goku is able to dodge Vegeta's attacks, if you look closely, it's really not as easy as it sounds, he says. He's still having trouble, which tells me that Blue won't do it either, he adds. Then we will wait and see what Goku's next move will be, he responds. It looks like he used this moment to slip right through Vegeta's attacks, he adds, with Beerus responding, avoiding danger is one thing, but there will be nothing that Goku will be able to do against Vegeta while using Super Saiyan Blue. Watch and see, Beerus says. To where as Goku was then shown having to throw a punch with Vegeta catching it, that's when Vegeta went on to tell Goku, not bad. But dodging my blasts is one thing, but using Blue in hopes of beating me is far beyond what you can pull off, he says. As Vegeta from there had attempted in striking Goku himself, with Goku barely being shown having to move out of the way, even then, despite the overwhelming disadvantage, Goku still refuses to back down, as Goku went on to tell him, well, I know one thing, I'll just have to keep on trying until I find the opening I need to win. Ha! Then you'll be searching for an eternity if that's the case, Vegeta responds. You can try as much as you'd like, Kakarot, unless you decide to use your fancy Ultra Instinct, then it's pointless. I don't even feel it, Vegeta says, and with Goku then shown
Vegeta is really toying with Goku right now. Let's give Vegeta a round of applause, y'all. Vegeta not only got that dog in him, he got that pit bull in him, bruh. Let's get back to it.
having to quickly back away, he knew that during this engagement that Super Saiyan Blue simply wasn't going to cut it, as Goku went on to respond, damn it, he's not even phased one bit, but I can't use Ultra Instinct just yet unless I absolutely need to. Or there's gotta be something else that I can do. As it was only then where Vegeta had gone in pointing out to Goku by telling him, aren't you still able to use your Kaioken along with your Super Saiyan Blue, Kakarot? It strained your body enough before that you ended up controlling it afterwards, so do it again, he says. Only this time, why don't you try and reach a level higher than times 20? Multiply your power even more and go 30 times beyond it, he says, even if it breaks you. And if it breaks you in the end, just think of it as another ceiling for you to shatter through and getting yourself more adjusted to punishment on your body. To go.
Now, Vegeta is teaching Goku. Isn't that interesting? But that is a great concept, bro, to put that much strain on your body. If he can learn how to control that, he definitely will get stronger in those forms. And if he can, control that, he definitely can have a true boost. You know, he might be able to, use Kaioken in other forms that's higher. You feel me? I don't know, though. I don't think he really needed an Ultra Instinct, but we'll go see. Let's get back to it.
Go beyond 20, Goku asks? I never attempted in going 10 times beyond my current Kaioken limit, but it has been a long time since I first tried it, especially now that I'm a lot stronger than when I first pushed myself into using it. But would the strain be too much to bear, or will it actually work, he asks? Either way, if I fail, then I'll have no other choice but to push myself into using Ultra Instinct. Won't that break his body down if he tries to overexert himself, Whis, Beerus asks? Surely there's a chance that he may be unaffected by trying this, but what are his chances here? I don't see him beating Vegeta in the slightest, as Whis went on to respond, well, it would be something that could benefit Goku momentarily, but the only good thing that I can see coming out of this is Goku simply adapting to the pressure of the Kaioken. Between them, Vegeta still holds the upper hand in battle unless things change, Whis says. But before Whis and Beerus could even realize that the Grand Priest had appeared out of nowhere behind them, with the two being shown patiently having to observe, that's when Beerus went on to respond by commenting, well, this is what he gets for wanting to pick a fight with the multiverse's strongest warriors, that idiot. as if he will be able to make a difference within the 30 days given to him, Beerus says. I am rather surprised to see your lack of confidence for one of your universe's strongest warriors, Destroyer. As this unexpected visit had gone in shocking both Beerus and Whis, that's when we
Yeah, the Grand Priest was creeping, bro. He was creeping, you feel me? And they did not sense him at all. You feel me? Like the Grand Priest is something else, boy. And nobody really never seen that boy fight. You feel me? Except for in the Murno arc from our boy here. You feel me? So in the Murno arc, the Grand Priest was putting hands on him. You feel me? Like real talk. Shout out to Unreal and Gaming though. You feel me? But yeah, man, this is getting quite interesting. Let's get back to it.
Whis went on to respond, Grand Minister, well, that was quick. Grand Minister, I wasn't, Goku is just, well, you know, what brings you here, Beerus asks. So I see that his training has begun, has it, the Grand Priest went on to point. And the one who is facing him, that's the Saiyan warrior Vegeta, isn't it? He's grown quite powerful since seeing him compete during the Tournament of Power, the Grand Priest says. As with Goku being shown within the hyperbolic time chamber, powering up to such a ferocious extent that he had then gone in shattering past his limits and now unleashing Kaioken times 30, that's when the Grand Priest went on to continue. I am quite impressed to see the level of progress that came of these two mortal warriors of yours here, he says. Though in Goku's case, I would only hope that he is ready for the great challenge that awaits him. But he certainly has the right approach, especially with what I'm seeing now, because it appears as though he is stepping into uncharted territory by pushing his body into reaching new heights, he says. It's good to see him strive for wanting more out of what he has now, he adds. Goku is willing to break and shatter his body if it means going beyond his limitations in achieving new levels of power, the Grand Priest says.
To be honest, that's the only way he's going to reach new powers is by shattering his old limits. I mean, how is he going to do it? You know, he got to really, really push himself. But let's get back to it.
That I was able to see for myself, but the experience itself needs to be met with strengthening not just his body, but his mind along with it. Otherwise, it will all be for nothing, he says. Breaking through by using the Kaioken times 30 is a decent way to see if Son Goku can bear the pressure that comes with such an increase, but he will need to cover all the fields of his flaws he carries if he hopes to match the 5 strongest warriors who will stand before him. And I wouldn't imagine any better opponent for Goku than Vegeta, the Grand Priest says. And judging from what it looks like, it would seem as though Vegeta was also able to obtain the power of a god of destruction as well. An interesting dynamic for the two of them, he adds, but the question now becomes, can Son Goku endure, or will he break under the pressure, the Grand Priest asks. This is a very important question because the 4 mightiest have already mastered the concept of adapting to pressure, he says. So if Goku is to even come close in having a chance, then he must be able to also do the same and adapt. As all a while in the meantime, with Ultra Ego Vegeta being shown having to observe this with a smile on his face, that's when Vegeta went on to respond by telling Goku, there we go, just like that. I can see you shaking beneath that aura of yours, he.
I wonder how long Goku will be able to hold Kaioken times 30. Because I'm pretty sure it's not going to be that long. And I wonder if he even going to be able to put damage on Vegeta in that form. Because Vegeta seemed like he's outclassing him at this point. But let's get back to it.
He says, try not to slip up and break. Break now, Kakarot, come on! Sharpen your power and climb even higher to match me! I have already selected Goku's first opponent during this exhibition, and it will be the 5th strongest in the multiverse, Lord Budo, the Grand Priest says. We will start from the bottom and see if Goku can work his way to the top, he adds. If Goku is to stand any sort of chance against Budo, then he will need to evolve his version of Ultra Instinct, but Will he, the Grand Priest asks? Well, we shall see. Budo possesses one of the sturdiest bodies that a warrior can possess, he adds. He is molded through fire itself, the Grand Priest adds, and forged through the flames of his desire to remain as one of the best to exist. This will certainly be a battle that Son Goku must be ready for no matter the cost, he says. However, there will be perks and stipulations in this exhibition that may favor both sides in this contest, the Grand Priest adds. I can only hope that Son Goku is ready for both its rewards and its dire consequences. Goku is a fierce competitor without question, but can he overcome these early challenges placed before him? We will watch and wait to see, with Beerus then chiming in, "You better not botch this one up, Saiyan. It's bad enough that you made a mess of things around here as it is," with Whis responding, "Oh, and I think there it is. It's almost complete." And now to see how he will deal with not only Vegeta's destroyer power, but also the pressure that he's just added onto his own body in this battle, as it was only right then and there during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the top 5 strongest warriors in the multiverse manga chapter number 4 special.
Well, that's it for the episode today, you guys. But that was definitely pretty interesting. I'm wondering, how the training with him and Whis is going to go. To be honest, I mean, I'm quite curious. You feel me? Because, excuse me, guys. But I wonder what type of training he gonna have to go under in order to pass or to evolve Ultra Instinct, because he's gonna have to shatter his limits in some type of way, bro. And like I said, that is not an easy task. You feel me? Especially for the levels he already reached. You feel me? So I wonder what type of training Whis is gonna put him under. That's gonna allow him to get past that. Well, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be brutal. And that 30 days, bro. Whew, I don't know if he's gonna be able to pull that off, bro. So hopefully something change up, because Priest's consequences be dire. You know what I mean? But I want to thank you guys, man, a lot for supporting the channel. I want to thank you guys a lot for coming through, leaving, liking the video. Y'all really are some great supporters, man. And I really appreciate the Dragon Ball community, man. I got nothing but love for y'all, man. Real talk, man. Give yourself a round of applause for being so great. Yes. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more great content. You dig? And always remember, believe in yourself, because ain't nobody else go do it, man. Dragon Ball Art 92. I'm out, y'all. Peace.
Recently, I was able to witness the fights of 3 great warriors. His powers were completely absurd. I had never seen anything like it.